Hi everyone, welcome to my online art class. I hope that you guys are all well. We miss you so much and I'm looking really forward to us doing some fun and creative projects during this time. I know that it might feel a bit different towards our normal school day, but we're still going to be doing some really great stuff. So your do now for today's lesson is that you are doing a survey that's in your Google Classroom. So please do the art materials at home survey in your Google Classroom. This is to let me know what art making materials you have in your homes. There's no need to ask parents or guardians to go and buy any art materials. At this time, if you haven't done the survey yet, please stop the video and take the survey. It's very important that you do the survey. Great, so let's get started with what will we be doing in Art for eSchool. So our first project will be a photography task. You guys can use your camera, a phone camera, or your school laptops to be taking the pictures. So what are we going to be photographing? So our first assignment is that you guys are going to be doing a found object color wheel. Now, color wheels is something that we have focused on a lot in class in 6th and 7th grade. So it's a concept you guys are all incredibly familiar with. Basically, what we are going to be doing is you guys are going to be making a color wheel from different found objects inside your homes. So step 1 is that you need to find 10 to 20 objects of each of the 6 colors on the color wheel. The more objects you find, the more effective your color wheel will be. So you can see in my slide that I've got a bunch of different objects for my blue and purple section of my color wheel. I have a 3-year-old daughter, so I've got a lot of very bright, colorful toys. I know a lot of you guys have got younger siblings, or you probably have toys from when you were younger yourselves. Be creative, see what you can find. It doesn't necessarily have to be toy objects. You can be using food. Be creative. Like I said, the more objects that you have, the more effective your color wheel will look in the end. So step 1, find the different objects that you're going to be using to creating your color wheel. Step 2 is to clear an area to create your color wheel. What I did is that I worked in my dining room. I used a white bed sheet as my background, just to be laying all my colors out. You can see my daughter there helping me arrange my color wheel. You don't have to be using a white background. I did it just because I knew I was going to be photographing and I wanted it to be really clear for you guys to see. It does photograph better when it's on a white background, but there's no need for you guys to be going and raiding your mom or dad's laundry cupboard at this stage. If you want to use it, great. If you don't, that's all right as well. So step 3 is to arrange your objects into a color wheel. Now, bear in mind that your color wheel, obviously, you want it to be round, and you want it to be showing the different colors in a kind of like a pie chart. So what I did is that when I first started arranging the colors, I started off with yellow. And I laid out my different objects and I made them so that they were all pointing towards the center to creating like a V shape. So like a pie segment of my pie chart. You can play around with the different colors, and then on the outside, what I did was I arranged the objects into kind of going into a round shape to make it look, so when I was photographing it, it would look like a nice round circle. Like I said, play around with it, take your time. It's actually really fun to do this project. I had a lot of fun doing it. My daughter helped me. She also had a lot of fun until she got a bit bored and then got upset that I was using her toys, but that's fine. And so basically lay them out so that they are going to photograph well. The other thing is obviously that because it's a color wheel, the way that the colors flow into each other is incredibly important. So remember what colors go next to each other on our color wheels. And remember that any 3 colors next to each other are called analogs or color harmonies. So you want to get that the arrangement of colors correct, because that is what I'm going to be grading you on. So obviously it needs to be going from yellow into an orange, into a red, into a purple, into a blue, and then into a green, and back into a yellow. Look at the slide. On slide deck number 4, you'll see a picture of a color wheel that you can be using as a reference, or you can be using my final work as a reference as well. Step 4 is to photograph your color wheel. Now, I just used my standard cell phone camera. I wasn't doing anything fancy. I didn't edit it in any way. I just cropped it a little bit. What I did is I actually stood on a chair and took my photograph of my color wheel. It's really, you guys can be as creative as you want. I just want that to be a nice clear image. That's what I basically would like to be able to see. And so I can see what different objects you guys have used. You can see, like I said, I used quite a lot of toys. Little shout out to COVID-19 with my hand sanitizer in the green section there. Think about what objects that you're going to be create and using, and just have a fun photograph. That's what this project is. I really want you guys to be having fun and be creative while you're making it. Step 5 is obviously you need to be uploading your photograph to Google Classroom so either can be grading it. Now, if you've never submitted an assignment into Google Classroom, it's very, very easy to do. All you do is you go to your assignment, you click your work, and then you add or create. Now, you can be either clicking on your file over there and be uploading a different document. You can be uploading a photograph from your Google Drive. You can be putting a link in. Obviously, just make sure that's a shareable link. Or you can be uploading your picture if you put it into a Word document, anything like that. I'm okay with whatever format you're going to be submitting it in, as long as that I can be seeing the final photograph. That's obviously how I'm going to be grading you. This work is due on Monday by 8 a.m. So you've got Thursday and Friday and the weekend to be photographing it. If you are needing any help, please shout out to me during office hours. Office hours are today for Thursday. Otherwise, you can be sending me an email at any time, and I'll try and do my best to get back to you if you've run into any technical problems. Otherwise, try to be resourceful. Google, if you've run into a problem, ask your friends. Now, just as a very quick question that I'm anticipating is if you have a sibling in 6th or 7th grade. Now, 6th and 7th grade are both doing the same project. I do not mind if you work collaboratively with your brother or sister. So you guys don't, if you are in a house with multiple people who are taking my art class, you don't have to each be making your own color wheel. You can if you want, but you can work together and create one color wheel and submit it. You will obviously both be getting the same grade though. So like I said, have fun, go be creative. I'm really looking forward to seeing your work. I hope that you're well, and just know that all the teachers, we miss you, and we would love to have you back in our classrooms, but we're so excited to be able to have this platform and ability to be able to share work with you.